I'm sorry, Ms. González.
Thank you, Madam Chair, for holding this hearing and for all of us that are here today. I think this is a remarkable event and achievement. I want to congratulate everybody involved in this. Dr. Dolman, from what I understand and reading your statement, the project is looking to expand by including 3 new additional telescopes. Do we have identify where those telescopes are going to be included from? Any country that you're working right now on that regard that you can share with us?
Sure. We're looking broadly at how to fill in this Earth-sized virtual lens. So in the next year, we'll be including a new telescope in France, NOEMA, which is an array that's in the French Alps, and that's already very underway. The Kitt Peak telescope that the Congressman mentioned will be lighting up on the Kitt Peak National Observatory. That's another one. Beyond that, we're looking primarily at potential new sites where we'd like to put new telescopes. And for that, we're doing some optimization studies now. In fact, we're putting a proposal in soon for that, which will lead to a global design for where we want to put the next site. So it's very interesting when you look at this image and you say, well, how can we make it better? There are metrics, right? You can say, well, it can be sharper, it can be more sensitive. And so where you put the telescopes affect those metrics. They affect how much better the image would look. And you can make what we call a heat map. You can look on the whole globe and find out where you need to put the next telescope to maximize the scientific return from this image. And so we're looking at that now, trying to find out where we want to put them. And then we think we can put modest dishes, smaller dishes, at these new locations to build out the full array.
So that's the process to select those telescopes and the places they're going to be installed.
That's what we'd like to do, yes.
Okay, and what are going to be the main challenges for you in that process of selecting which telescopes and where those telescopes are going to be installed?
Well, what's that? Yeah, getting funding. I'm told by Director Cordova that getting funding is very
clever.
And it is. But the first part is design, really. It's coming up with the new algorithms, the new metrics, the stuff that Dr. Bauman was talking about, and the new electronics that Dr. Lonsdale was talking about, folding that all into the equation, finding out where we can get the best value for the taxpayer's dollar. Like, where can we target the locations of our next dishes to ensure that for the best return on investment that we can get that.
The increase in cost, of course, by installing those new telescopes will mean that you need to plan ahead. Are we willing to look in the private sector investment to help out in this endeavor?
Well, it's a wonderful question. So it turns out that when you get a result like this, others want to invest in it too. So we currently have an NSF award for which Google is partnering with us to help us move some of the computation that we do, because it is very computational intensive, as Dr. Bauman said, to the cloud, where we have virtually unlimited processing power, for example. Same thing with some of the high-speed digital electronics. So we're working definitely in that direction.
Right. Dr. Bowman, I read in your statement as well that you mentioned that given the limited number of telescopes and limited number of locations, there are information gaps. From what I understand, the project is looking, of course, to increase the cooperation of those other countries. The doctor just explained the process for the new challenges. Can you tell us about what were we expecting to see in those new using those new telescopes?
So we aren't just observing M87 once. It's not like we observed it and then we go away and we look at other things. We're going to continue to every year go back, improve our instrument, and try to learn more and more. So, and look at other sources like Sagittarius A star. So when we are simultaneously improving the instrument and our algorithms to work together to answer these questions. And I think that now that we have a first image and see that it is possible to see this ring, then we can go back and say, okay, where are our missing information? and we can target those areas through new instrumentation and algorithms, and try to answer those questions and get a clearer picture of GR and light, general relativity, and how it acts around a black hole. So I think that is something that we look forward in the future to seeing.
Thank you, Doctor, and thank you, Madam Chair. I know my time is expired, but I know that the broader implications of this discovery will help a lot of areas between physics and data science.